Did you know that certain everyday habits, though they seem harmless, could actually be speeding up your aging process? The truth is, many things we've long depended on for comfort, safety, or convenience might quietly chip away at our health, mental clarity, and independence as we age. Strangely, these habits are rarely talked about, and by the time we notice the effects, the damage is already done. Aches, fatigue, missed appointments, or a quiet sense of frustration or shame. In this video, we'll explore 6 surprising habits worth letting go of after 70, not because someone told you to, but because releasing them could open the door to a life that's more vibrant, empowered, and enjoyable. These aren't vague suggestions or unrealistic goals. They're common routines many older adults adopt without realizing the long-term cost. Shifting them now could help you reconnect with your strength and spirit. Stick with us to the end because you'll likely see yourself in a few of these examples, and you'll leave with simple, practical ways to change course. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is the perfect time. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Your support helps us create more content that uplifts and inspires. Now let's get started. Number 1, skipping muscle, strengthening movements. A common mistake after 70 is assuming that slowing down means staying safe. It seems reasonable. Your joints feel tighter, your balance isn't what it used to be, and lifting more than a light bag might seem risky. So, many people reduce activity, thinking it's a smart choice. But in reality, avoiding strength training is one of the fastest ways to lose independence, mobility, and confidence. Muscle doesn't just give you strength. It's key to staying alive and self-reliant. After 70, muscle loss, or sarcopenia, speeds up unless we take active steps to prevent it. That doesn't mean intense workouts or lifting heavy weights. It means keeping the muscles you have engaged. Simple resistance, using your body weight, small weights, or bands, can make a huge difference. What matters most is being consistent and deliberate. Every time you stand up without assistance, lift a bag, or stretch overhead, it's your muscles doing the work. Take Gilbert, for example. At 82, he avoided activity after a fall that left him cautious and unsure. He stuck to minimal movement, thinking it was safer, but a visit to a physical therapist changed everything. He learned that staying still was hurting him more than motion ever could. He started with 5-minute routines, standing from a chair without hands, lifting cans, and balancing on one leg. 2 months later, his legs were stronger, and so was his confidence. There's something powerful about moving with purpose. It's not just about muscles, it's about dignity. It's knowing you can get out of bed without fear, walk a store without needing support, or sit on the floor with your grandchild and know you'll get up again. Strength gives you that freedom, and it doesn't take hours a day to build. Just a few steady, simple movements can begin to reclaim what the years have quietly worn down. One reason this topic isn't often discussed is because muscle loss doesn't announce itself with pain, not right away. It's subtle. You feel it when you're winded faster, when stairs seem taller, or when rising from a chair suddenly requires an arm for support. The sooner you notice it, the easier it is to take action. And even if you're starting late, it's not too late. You don't need a gym or complicated gear. What you do need is the mindset that preserving your strength is worth more than staying in your comfort zone. Number 2, eating like you did in your 40s. Many people over 70 fall into this trap. Same portion sizes, same meal times, same favorite dishes week after week. It feels safe and familiar, and for a long time it worked just fine. But your body isn't running on the same settings it did 30 years ago. Your metabolism has slowed, digestion isn't as smooth, and the nutrients your body thrives on have shifted. Yet most people still eat out of habit, not hunger. That quiet pattern can lead to weight gain, fatigue, or creeping issues like high blood sugar. The truth is, after 70, every bite matters more. You might need less food overall, but more of the right kind. Think nutrient-rich, gentle on the stomach, and energizing. That means easing off large servings of red meats, refined carbs, or processed snacks. Instead, lean toward lighter, balanced meals with veggies full of fiber, lean protein, healthy fats, and water-rich fruits. This isn't about restriction, it's about intention, about eating for the body you have now, not the one you had years ago. Let me tell you about Scarlett. She's 75 and never paid much attention to food beyond tradition. 3 full meals a day, just like always, but she began to notice changes. Bloating after dinner, midday crashes, clothes fitting tighter. Her doctor didn't scold her, he simply offered a small shifts, smaller portions, more vegetables, and a better awareness of fullness. Within weeks, her energy lifted, her sleep improved, and she felt surprisingly more emotionally steady. This wasn't a diet, it was a gentle reset. Just like you wouldn't wear the same shoes from decades ago, your meals should evolve with your life. Eating slightly less isn't a punishment. It's a wise response to what your body truly needs. It's offering support, not stress. When you eat with more awareness, your body rewards you with clarity, steady energy, and a calmer mood. And here's the part that matters. It's okay to change how you eat at any age. In fact, it's an act of love. You're not giving up the joy of food. You're deepening your connection to it. You're learning to choose what sustains you, what fuels your best self, and what leaves you feeling nourished and alive. If you're still here and this message is striking a chord, drop a comment saying number 2 below. I'd really love to know you're with us. And if you haven't yet, take a second to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll always be notified when a new video drops. Your support is what keeps us going, creating thoughtful, practical content made with you in mind. Now, let's keep going. Number 3, pulling away from social connection. After 70, it's surprisingly easy to drift into isolation without even realizing it. You might cancel plans more often, go out less, or convince yourself that staying in is simply more peaceful. Sometimes it's physical discomfort, other times it's emotional. You might feel like you don't have much to contribute anymore, or maybe people just don't reach out like they used to. Slowly, you retreat. You tell yourself the silence is soothing, that you're fine, but here's the truth. Prolonged isolation has a real, measurable impact on your health. Loneliness isn't just a feeling, it's a risk factor. Studies show that being socially disconnected can contribute to memory decline, depression, and even raise your risk for heart disease. Your brain needs interaction to stay sharp, and when that interaction fades, the mind can spiral inward, often in ways that aren't helpful. But it doesn't take much. Small conversations, shared laughter, a quick phone call, these are brain boosters. They steady your emotions and remind you of your value. Take Sylvia, for example. At 80, she gradually started avoiding social gatherings after losing her husband. At first, she just wanted time to grieve, but the weeks turned into years. Her mind felt foggy, her motivation dipped, and each day started blending into the next. Her daughter gently encouraged her to try a senior yoga class, just once a week. Sylvia agreed, hesitantly, and what surprised her wasn't the yoga itself. It was the people. The smiles before class, the casual chats after. It brought color back to her world. She hadn't realized how much she missed simply being around others. And no, this doesn't mean you need to fill your calendar with events or jump into big social groups. It's about little steps, a regular phone call with an old friend, a short walk with a neighbor, a church meet-up, or even a hobby group online. These moments are like nutrients for the soul. They lift your mood and strengthen your sense of connection. And that connection isn't just comforting, it's vital. The hardest part is that isolation often feels deceptively safe. It's quiet, it's predictable, but there's a big difference between enjoying solitude and slowly cutting yourself off. One renews you, the other slowly wears you down, and don't forget, you bring value just by showing up. Your warmth, your stories, your humor, they make a difference. When you reach out, it doesn't just help you. It reminds someone else they're not alone either. Number 4, brushing off those minor health issues. One of the more dangerous habits that can form after 70 is ignoring small symptoms because they seem familiar or easy to dismiss. Maybe it's a little dizziness, some pressure in your chest, or feeling just a bit more tired than usual. In the afternoon, you might chalk it up to just getting older. You don't want to cause worry, make a big deal out of it, or take yet another trip to the doctor, so you stay quiet, but those little symptoms, they could be telling you something important. And the truth is, as we age, the body doesn't stop speaking. It just whispers. That bit of ankle swelling, it might be your heart sending up a flare, a little forgetfulness. Maybe it's nothing, but maybe it's not. The longer we ignore the signs, the harder they become to manage. Early detection isn't about being fearful, it's about being wise. It gives you options, it gives you power. And in this stage of life, both are priceless. Let me introduce you to Walter. He's 78, proud, and never one to complain. He avoided checkups unless something really hurt. But over time, his vision got fuzzy, and his feet started tingling. He brushed it off as just age. It wasn't. His daughter finally convinced him to get checked, and it turned out to be early-stage diabetes. Luckily, it was caught in time. With some changes to his diet and routine, he was able to manage it. But his doctor warned him, a few more months of ignoring the signs, and things could have turned dangerous. You see, you're the best expert on your own body. When something feels off, strange, or unfamiliar, that's your signal. Don't ignore it, not because you're scared, but because you care about yourself. Not all health issues show up loudly. Some arrive quietly and settle in slowly. That's why listening to your body matters more than ever. Acting early often means simpler treatments, fewer medications, and a better, more active life. And here's something just as important. If a doctor brushes you off or doesn't take your concerns seriously, you have every right to ask questions, seek another opinion, and advocate for yourself. You've spent your life caring for others. Now, it's time to direct some of that same care inward. No one else knows how your body feels. No one else lives in it but you. So when something doesn't feel quite right, say something. Trust yourself. And if you're still here and that message landed with you, let me know by dropping a number 4 in the comments. It helps me know you're with us. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you never miss a future video. Your support makes all the difference and keeps us going with content that truly matters. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. Depending on memory instead of writing things down. After 70, this habit often goes unnoticed. You've always remembered birthdays, appointments, medications, so you keep relying on that mental checklist. But here's the catch. Memory isn't what it used to be, and without a backup, even small slips can turn into bigger issues. Forgetting a lunch date is one thing, but forgetting whether you've already taken your medication. Up and spent just 30 minutes showing her how to use a simple health app and how to set reminders with her voice. Louise was hesitant at first, worried she'd mess it up or forget the steps, but to her surprise, she caught on quickly. Now she tracks her appointments, sets medication alerts, and even checks the weather, all on her own. The best part, she no longer feels like a burden. Instead, she feels empowered, like she's taken back a bit of control. The point here isn't to become a tech expert overnight. It's to recognize that technology, when used wisely, can reduce stress, increase independence, and open up new ways to connect and thrive. Avoiding it completely might feel safe, but it quietly cuts off possibilities that could make daily life easier and more fulfilling. And learning something new, even in your 70s or 80s, isn't just possible, it's deeply rewarding. It's not about jumping into everything at once. It's about picking one small thing, a reminder app, a video call, a digital calendar, and taking a few minutes to get comfortable with it. There's no shame in asking for help, and you'll likely find that friends or family are more than willing to guide you. What's more, many communities offer free tech classes for seniors, often taught with patience and care. Think of technology as a modern-day toolkit. It's not here to replace what you know, it's here to support it. From tracking health to chatting with loved ones across the country, to watching educational videos like this one, It's never been easier to stay informed and engaged. Choosing to engage even in small ways is an act of self-care. So if this resonates with you, drop a number 6 in the comments below. I'd love to know you're still here with us. And if you haven't already, now is a great time to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss out on future videos designed to keep you sharp, strong, and supported. Let's take a quick moment to recap. We've talked about 6 common habits that can quietly hold us back as we age. Avoiding strength training, eating like we did in our 40s, withdrawing from social life, brushing off health concerns, depending solely on memory, and resisting technology. These aren't judgments, they're insights. And by becoming aware of them, you give yourself the chance to make small, meaningful shifts that can have a big impact. You've come this far in life, strong, wise, and full of stories. You deserve to feel vibrant, capable, and confident in this chapter too. Remember, it's never too late to improve the way you live. Start small, start today. And if this video brought value to your day, let us know in the comments. Share it with a friend, and be sure to subscribe so you're always part of the conversation. Until next time, take care of yourself. You've earned it. Did you know that some of your everyday habits, ones that seem harmless, might actually be speeding up the aging process? It's true. Many of the routines we've leaned on for comfort or efficiency can quietly chip away at our health, mental sharpness, and independence as we grow older. Yet, most people don't talk about this. And by the time we notice, the effects are already showing. Stiff joints, low energy, missed appointments, and that creeping feeling of frustration or regret. In this video, we're diving into 6 surprising habits that are worth letting go of after 70. Not because someone told you to, but because making these changes can open the door to a more vibrant, confident, and fulfilling chapter of life. These aren't vague wellness tips or unrealistic goals. These are habits that many seniors fall into without realizing it, and recognizing them now can help you reclaim your sense of self. Stick around until the end, because chances are you'll see pieces of yourself in these examples. And more importantly, you'll walk away with clear, simple ways to shift your habit, starting today. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Your support helps us keep sharing uplifting, practical wisdom. Let's jump in.